All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to yet another edition of our Fantasy Salary Cup edition as the NBA rolls on its game week 3 and day 3. And boy, oh boy, did we have games, clinches down to the wire until the buzzer beat, and we shall be going through all of them as they went. I am having a good week, relatively good week, because I'm above average yet another game day. I'm yet to fall below average on a single day. It's been 3 days in game week 3, and I've been above average. In spite of the high scoring players, I was bailed out by one single player. You can start guessing who the player of the day is as we roll on. All right, welcome again right there. I got 201 and the average is at 192, which is alright. All right, so let's get started with the games. So the day kicked off, of course, with Philly taking on Cleveland Cavaliers. This is an Eastern Conference battle right there. And of course, we see that the Cleveland Cavaliers managed to come out on top right there, beating Philly 121 to 132. So, who are the star players? Of course, Maxi maintaining his high scoring start to the season. Remember, he is in second place currently as we speak, as we look at the leaderboard of the most the high scoring average points per game. And of course, oh wait, just refresh the page. Tyrese is actually back to number one as we speak, because Giannis Antetokounmpo, remember, yesterday had a terrible game which actually pushed him down to third place. So as we speak, Tyrese Maxey is back on top with 33.5 points per game right there. In second place, you can guess the MVP is trying to reclaim top spot, but the season is still early days, so maybe still has time on his side. So after playing 9 games, Shea Gilgeous-Alexander's average scoring is currently at 35.3, which is actually still low. Sorry, 33.3. It's just they are beating him by 0.2 points because Tyrese in first place is at 33.5, while Shea is at 33.3 after 9 games, although Tyrese has one less game than Shea. Then, of course, Giannis Antetokounmpo is in third place with 32.3, is not far off. Donovan Mitchell, who was playing in this game, he is coming up. He's currently at 31.9. So you can see he scored 46 points in this game. Donovan Mitchell was not playing games. 46 points in that game. And of course, got a total of 69. He had 8 assists in the game as well. And of course, Tyrese's effort could not overcome that. Tyrese managed to score 53 points in this game after scoring 27 in the game and fell short, shy of a double-double with 9 assists. Quentin Grimes managed to get 36 points, scoring 27 in the game. Wow. That's impressive. Kelly Oubre continues to become the third scorer for this team. 76ers managed to score 19 in the game and accumulated 32 fantasy points. VJ Combs I think this is the worst game he has had. Yep, indeed it is. It is the worst game he has played. And to make it worse is that he's getting the actual minutes, but anyway, everyone gets those games. I just had hoped it wasn't this game, because you're going to see my bench. I had some good games, some good players who I benched for this man, and well, he didn't come through for me this time round. All right, so that was the first game, and of course, the Cleveland Cavaliers managed to clinch that one at home as they hosted Philly. Then Utah went to Detroit, and of course, Cade Cunningham was not going to allow Larry Markkanen and crew to come through and take those points from them. So, of course, they won that game 103 to 114 to the Pistons. Kate Cunningham, of course, had 31, is back to his usual self, managing to accumulate 57 points in the game, scoring 31 in the game, and a double double with 10 assists right there for Cade Cunningham. Then, of course, Amain Thompson right there also managed to score 18 in the game and accumulated 39 for that one. And of course, we see Larry Markkanen, who is actually very good. He was actually at some point in the top five leading high scorers, average points. Currently, his average is, after playing 8 games, his average is standing at 30.4 points per game, which is actually a very good start for him. So in the game, he managed to score 27 points and accumulated 35 points. I am not even going to attempt to say that name, but here goes nothing. Michael, it's going to be Michael. So this man came out of nowhere. So if you want a very good serviceable player, maybe you can consider him. But looking at his past, maybe just go one of those lucky games. Okay, he also had one against the Phoenix Suns, but I wouldn't rush to get him. Every once in a while, someone just pops up and has a very, very nice game, and you wonder, okay, where were you? So that is Svi Michael right there. So here goes. Moving on to the next game, Brooklyn Nets managed to beat Indiana Pacers at their home. Michael Porter Jr. accumulating 52 points in that game and scoring a total of 32 points and 11 rebounds. That's a double-double for him right there. Pascal Siakam, 52 points in that one, scoring a total of 23. He's always there for his team. He's actually consistent. If you want to consider getting him, he's actually a very good, consistent player. It's just that his salary is a bit steep. Zion, is not Zion, Zaire Williams. I thought it was Zion, sorry. Yeah, Zion is actually injured and is out. So that's how the Indiana Pacers went. Clarkson came in second place right there, accumulating 55 points. Wow. But I don't know why his salary is that high. Then Shepard is actually someone you could consider bringing in. Ben Shepard has been playing well this season. Yeah, he's been getting his minutes. So someone you can consider. Yes, then of course the Washington Wizards were in Boston, New York, right there, and the game ended. Of course, they lost to Boston. It's 107 to 136 right there. Jaylen Brown right there with 53 points in that one, scoring a total of 35. 35 points in the game. Wow, that was, oh, Champagne. This is Justin Champagne. He's the brother to the other Champagne in San Antonio Spurs. Managed to score 21 points in the game and got 12 points right there. Sa is becoming something else. Alexandre Sa becoming something else. Is maybe someone you could consider bringing in. He's actually a very good player. He managed to score 31 points and a total of 52 fantasy points. Mignot, now, this is my worst nightmare. Mignot was on my bench and VJ Combs started ahead of him. So you can imagine the pain that is in me for not starting Josh Minot. Wow, he had a very, very good game. Well, I missed out on those points. Maybe next time he'll come through for me. All right, so that's how that game ended. Then going to the Minnesota Timberwolves taking on New York Knicks right there. They lost that one to the New York Knicks, who are currently on form. And OG Ananobi right there, scoring a total of 35 points in the game and a total of 44 fantasy points. Julius Randle becoming a revelation, actually stepping up in the absence of their star player Edwards, and he's actually delivering. I would advise you to get him if you have the money in the bank to afford his salary. So 48 points right there. He managed to accumulate in this one, scoring a total of 32 points in the game. That's Julius Randle right there. Then Jalen Brunson, the usual suspect, is always present, scoring 23 points in the game and a double-double with 10 assists, accumulating to a total of 53 right there. Very, very good game. Kyle Anthony Towns, after having a hero game in day one of this game week 3, managed to score 63 previously. He's a bit cooled down, managed to get 39 in the game. That's 15 points in the game and 10 rebounds. Double-double right there for him. Then maybe Anthony Edwards is back. He's back with a bang after missing 4 games in a row. Wow. He got an injury right there, but he's back. Managed to get 33 points, scoring 15 points in the game. Starting slow, but he'll get back to his usual self. So that's how that one ended. Then, of course, Kevin Durant and crew went to Memphis Grizzlies and they were not taking prisoners. Although Durant this time I think had his worst game of the season yet. Indeed, it was his worst game of the season, which wasn't that bad as well. Managed only score 11 in the game and a total of 31. Amin Thompson, there he is, leading the way for the Houston Rockets, scoring 58 points, 28 in the game, a double-double, 10 rebounds and 7 assists for Amin Thompson. Then Alperen Shangun scoring 56. He's a very, very considerate player if you can consider him. 56 points right there, scoring 20 and a double-double, 16 rebounds and 7 assists right there in the game. And that's how that one ended. Then one of the games of the night, the New Orleans Pelicans have started winning and they are not taking any prisoners. The New Orleans Pelicans right there got their second win of the season and they are not taking any prisoners. So looking at the standings in the NBA, they were actually bottom of the Western Conference, and they are bottom no more. Guess who's last? The Dallas Mavericks that they managed to beat Dallas Mavericks and of course leapfrogged them in the standings. Dallas Mavericks are currently dead bottom. And this is the game where Cooper Flag, I think, had his best game yet. Indeed, that is it. That was Cooper Flag's best game yet, scoring a total of 48. But when I say best game, I don't mean points. I actually mean fantasy points. This is the highest accumulated points he has had in a game this season. And indeed, 48 is the highest. The one that came close was game week 1, day 4, where he scored 41. But that is surpassed by this game week score of 48. And in the game, he scored 20. Nearly a double-double with 9 rebounds right there for Cooper Flag, but it wasn't enough. Sadiq Bey out of nowhere showed up and managed to score 22, nearly a double-double with 9 rebounds, which is a total of 33 points. Wow, you can look where these points came from, and it was just a concerted effort, a team effort, really, for the New Orleans Pelicans, and it was an amazing game. Let's see if I have some highlights. Should I? Because you can see the difference was just 2 points right there. All right, let's see if I have those highlights. There you are. Okay, so they were at American Airlines Center in Dallas, Texas. Wow, look at that shot. So the tip off, I'm going to jump towards the end with this one before my machine freezes. So this is 1 minute on the clock. And of course, Dallas is down by 1 point. Now they're down by 3 points. Cooper Flag with the ball. Cooper Flag with a nice turn. Wow, and he's fouled. He makes the two free throws. It's just a 1 point game right now. Seconds on the clock and one. Wow, he misses it. Cooper Flag, they're down by 3. Cooper Flag. Cooper Flag. Gafford with a nice floater right there. And Quinn with the ball. Less than 15 points on the game. He's fouled. And that was it right there. The game came to an end. And of course, Dallas loses that one and ends up dead bottom on the leaderboard standings of the NBA. Then we had another game. This was a highlight game to the best player that we are seeing right now. This is Nikola Jokic. Now, Nikola Jokic was getting, what do they call it? Shrapnel, or lack of a better word, from people saying that he has started slow and he's a bit, he's losing his age, he's losing his touch. But I would dare to say that this man wants to include his team. It's not a one-man team, so to say. And I think they actually did play better in those games where he was letting his team play. So this Nikola Jokic is actually averaging 24.1 points per game. And of course, that is low compared to what we're used to seeing him score. But again, you can see that the team has actually been beefed up, and he has a lot of players now around him that can help. People like Tom Hardaway Jr. Then they also brought in Valence Yunis, then also Cam Johnson. So these are some of the best players, some of the good players that they have added on the roster to help Nikola Jokic. And I think it was wise for him to let them play so that he doesn't overshadow them. But the past 2 games, Nikola Jokic was on a heater, and he wants to show people that, guys, I can do this if I decide. But I want to believe that he wanted to involve the team and see how they gel together as the new Denver Nuggets roster right there for Nikola Jokic. So he scored 33 points in the game. And of course, he had a triple-double. I think it's the 5th triple-double he has this season. This Nikola Jokic, wow. Amazing, amazing games. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6th triple-double he has had this season. Amazing, amazing numbers. I wish I had even captained him, and I didn't even captain him. That's 89 points. You can even guess who the player of the day is. 89 points for Nikola Jokic right there, scoring 33, 15 rebounds, and 16 assists, 3 steals. Wow, this guy is something else. So, with that score, there's no way you're losing that game. Then, of course, Norman Powell, I was considering bringing Norman Powell in my team, but his salary is a bit too steep. Scored 23 in the game for Miami Heat, but it wasn't enough. Andrew Wiggins pulling in 22 points. That's 45 fantasy points for him. Then the revelation, Jimmy Jacques Jr. right there. It's actually a very good salary for him. Scored 21 points and 31 fantasy points in that game right there. Then Tim Hardaway Jr. right there coming through after them bringing in. He's actually very, very good long range shooter, volume shooter still, but he will come in and have one of those games for you and lift up the team. All right, so that is it in that game. Later on, I'll show you the highlights of Nikola Jokic's triple double. Just hope my machine is back. Just checking. Yep, there it is. That's Nikola Jokic. Triple double. Just look at mastery. At this point, he has 7 points. That was an assist from Bran to Nikola Jokic. He's going to spin back to Bran, back to Nikola. Basket. Once it goes into that mid range, just know it's a done deal. That floater of his. That's another one. Nice turn. Basket. He's not missing those ones. Ali, this is in the second quarter. That's Jakim on him. Managed to beat him with a nice turn. Nikola Jokic, that's a three. That's a three coming. Okay, nice assist for Aaron Gordon. Aaron Gordon has actually started this season very well. He's scoring well, he's shooting well, and it's good. As long as they do not get injuries, I think they're in for a shot this season. Just looking at the standings, that's Gordon with an alley-oop. Just want to look at the league standing. That's Nikola Jokic, that's Cam Johnson. Basket. All right, so the Denver Nuggets are currently fourth in the standings. They are behind, of course, OKC. And there's something I'm going to talk about OKC. I don't want to say it now. I'll say it when we are reviewing. That was a nice breaker. Nice Tim Hardaway. That's the driving seat. Basket. That's another assist for Joker right there. Then I was saying the Western Conference is led by OKC. Then the Lakers come in second place, Houston Rockets in third place, and then Denver Nuggets right there. Then San Antonio Spurs in fifth place. Sixth place is Portland Trail Blazers. And of course, we go to the play-in tournament teams. That's the Golden State Warriors in seventh place. So yeah, that is Nikola Jokic doing his thing. Just getting back to him. So all this is what he did in the game to get the triple-double right there. And of course, the assist that he made, that's Tim Hardaway Jr. with a three from downtown. Wow. He had a very, very good game in this one. This is now fourth quarter, 2 minutes. He's going to make a turn right there. Fake basket. Amazing. Watch him paint. That's Picasso right there. That's another assist to Bran with a dunk right there for Bran. Wow. He had an amazing game right there. So, those were the highlights. Getting back now, this was another thriller that Luka Doncic was not willing to lose. He was not willing to lose this game, and Victor Wembanyama came back with a vengeance as well. So we shall bring you the highlights of this one just as soon as my PC recovers from its slumber. All right, so the game ended just separated by 2 points right there. 116 to 118. The Lakers managed to overcome San Antonio Spurs right there. So San Antonio Spurs has actually lost its second game in the season, and they currently stand at 5-2. Lakers leapfrogged them, and they are currently sitting in second place of the Western Conference, 7-2. Of course, they played a bit more games than the San Antonio Spurs, but yeah, those are the standings at the moment. And of course, Victor I'm assuming there is more to it, and a total of 39 fantasy points. Managed to score 19 in the game, 8 rebounds, and 3 assists. His blocks are actually going down. He's had a series of terrible games, in spite of the heater that he started with. Then, of course, we look at Nikola Jokic, another Picasso right there, scoring 91 points. Wow. And a total of 37 points right there. Nearly triple double, just shy of one rebound, getting 9. And, of course, 13 assists right there. Managed also to accumulate a total of 5 steals and 2 blocks in the game. That's Nikola Jokic for you right there. Remember, I don't want to say he's on a revenge mission because I do not know, but I would assume he is, considering that shocker of a transfer that happened last season when he had to move from Dallas Mavericks to the Lakers. Yep, and remember they were saying they're going to build big, defense is the key, all that yaba, yiri, yara, yaba. They were jazzing right there, trying. He's a generational talent, and you just let him go just like that. Anyway, bygones are bygones. And of course, we are seeing DeAndre Ayton coming back. Actually, has had some of his best games in the past 2 games that he has played. Yeah, he has scored 22. I think he's getting to his usual form. This is a double-double, 2 double-doubles in a row. So he managed also to get 10 rebounds in that one as well, which is a total of 41 points for DeAndre Ayton. Then Marcus Smarts is actually also very good. Very, very, very interesting player. Most of his contribution doesn't appear on score sheets, but is one to have. Jackson Hayes also had a good game. Actually, I would say Jackson Hayes' good game must have triggered DeAndre Ayton and scared him. There's a game where Hayes was all over the place. It was, I think, this game right here against Miami Heat. And of course, DeAndre was like, I need to step it up. I need to step it up. Otherwise, I lose my spot to this young kid. Then the shocker of the night, the Oklahoma City Thunders were beaten by Portland Trail Blazers, and henceforth the last team to lose a game. So there is no other team that has an unbeaten run at the moment. All the teams have lost at least one game, with the teams that have lost the least games being Chicago Bulls in the Eastern Conference, which is a resurgence of the good old days of the Chicago Bulls. They have actually started amazingly this season. They are 6-1. They have only lost a single game, and of course closely followed by Detroit Pistons and Cade Cunningham, who have only lost 2 games. That's 6-2. Then, of course, in the Western Conference, Oklahoma City Thunders have only lost 1 game, and this is the game that they lost. And of course, the MVP, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, was pushing right there, trying to help them keep up and not lose, but it was too little too late for him, and he couldn't save them. So he managed to score 35 points in that game, nearly a double-double with 9 rebounds right there, and a total of 52 points right there. Dani Avdia, this man is a shooter. He's a shooter. From downtown, he will shoot threes like crazy. Managed to get 63 points in the game right there. Scoring 26 in the game and a double-double, nearly triple-double, 10 rebounds and just 9 assists, 1 assist shy of a triple-double for Dani Avdia. I have Drew Holiday, but ever since I brought him in, he's been scoring horribly. Look at it. He was averaging 40, 40, 40, 50, 50, 40. Then I bring him in, 26. Now, 37. Wow. I don't know what's happening to players. It's as if when I touch something, it just... Anyway, I thought it was the right time to bring him in, considering the consistency that he had, but unfortunately, it's not working for me. AJ Mitchell. This is another blunder I made. I had AJ Mitchell on my bench, and he didn't start. I went and started age comp. Oh man, I'm having a terrible week, but it's nonetheless I'm still above average, which is still all right. So AJ Mitchell managed to score 21 points in the game and a total of 34 points right there. And of course, they ended up losing the game. Let's see if I can get these highlights for you. So this is the San Antonio Spurs Luka game right there. It was the second game of the doubleheader game in Los Angeles at crypto.com. And okay, so that was the tip-off right there. Then Champagne to Victor Wembenyama. Yes, indeed. Thought they would get an and one, but I'm going to skip towards the end where the thriller is. So this is the fourth quarter, just 1 minute on the clock. Luka Doncic fakes, drives, pulls back. Oh, he falls short. Laravia with a rebound. Smarts gives it back to Luka. Luka has to take that shot. Remember, they're just 3 points ahead. Spins, gives it to Hachimura, tries. That's a foul. This is Johnson with the ball, 9 to shoot. Goes inside. Johnson makes it. So this is 2 points. The difference is 2 points. They have to foul. They foul Marcus Smarts right there. Marcus Smarts makes them. Vassell with a shot right there. Too little, too short. Castle is short again. Eventually make it, but it's too little. It's just 1.2 on the clock. 2-point game. It's over. Oh, wait, that was an inbound. He was actually on the line trying to inbound. So they get the ball back. They have to inbound. Oh, bad inbound. It's still Spurs ball. This had to be good. Oh, no. It's a foul. It was a foul right there. Champagne had the chance to. Oh, no. This is the worst. This is the worst. Oh, no. This is the worst for them. Wow. Wow. Champagne had the opportunity to actually equalize and take it into overtime. Misses the first shot, meaning he had to miss the second one so that someone can tip it back in. But still, the tip-ins failed. And they ended up losing that one. That was a close one right there. Wow, look at shredded Luka Doncic. That was a thriller right there. So then we shall also take a look at the Oklahoma City Thunder's game. Just hold on, let me get you those ones as well. So this is the Oklahoma City Thunder's taking on Portland. So they were in Portland, Oregon. Just a few highlights that right there. Danny Avdia right there. They were at the Motor Center in Portland right there. Tip off. I'm going to skip to the end because that's what we want to see, how it all transpired. Now, they have a 6-point lead right here with 2 minutes on the clock. Okay, it's freezing. I think we shall come back to them. Let me just finish the review of the games as the PC gets a breather right there. So, of course, looking at the final game of the night was, of course, and I told you guys, don't get Steph Curry. He played in the previous game and didn't show up in this one. So Steph Curry, LeBron James, all those guys, they're not really worth the salary that they are given. I think they are done. We need to move on to people like Victor Wembanyama, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, the young blood. These guys are just, anyway, let me leave that at that. So the Golden State Warriors lost to Sacramento Kings right there, 116 to 121. DeMar DeRozan scoring 25 points in the game, which is a total of 34 points right there for DeMar DeRozan. 34 points right there. Then, of course, Russell Westbrook. Should we consider this man? He's being consistently high scoring in the past 4 games. He has actually been scoring very, very well. So he has 23 points right there for him. That's a triple-double for him. 16 points, 16 rebounds for him, and 10 assists right there for Russell Westbrook, which is a total of 62 points for Russell in that game. Schroeder, another player that I was considering, still in a bit of a seesaw, is consistently high if you're to see. Just has one of those few games, but I mean, 42 is not bad. Scoring 18 in the game, 7 rebounds and 7 assists right there for Schroeder. Ben Richards, this is the rookie. Will Richards right there led the way for the Golden State Warriors, scoring 30 points in the game. Wow, this kid, interesting. Coming, I think Steph Curry was rested for this one. We shall see on the injury ticker just to confirm why he did not play this one, because I think it was a back-to-back, if I'm not mistaken, for them. So we shall have a look. Yeah, it was actually back-to-back, because you can see in game day 2 they had Suns and then Kings. So it was a back-to-back. I'm assuming they rested Steph Curry right there. Jonathan Kuminga, I once had him, but I had to let him go. He's actually consistent up there in double figures, which is not bad. Not for his price. His salary is high. So he got 24 in the game, nearly double-double with 9 assists right there for him. Okay, so that was the final game of the day. Looking at the points, of course, I managed to get 89 points from Nikola Jokic, 17 from George, 39 from Victor Wembanyama, 37 from Drew Holiday, and 19 from Edgecombe right there for me. So looking at tonight's lineup, I'm going to field Nikola is actually out right now. I'm bringing in, wow, actually do not have any players playing tonight with an exception of, there's none playing. Okay, that's interesting. That's interesting. None in my squad is playing. This be a glitch. Hold on, let me refresh the page. How is that even possible? Let's just look at the match. Game day 4. Oh, it's just 2 teams that are playing. Oh, okay. It's just 2 teams that are playing. That's Suns and LA Clippers, which is alright. If you're lucky to have, then maybe. But I will not be fielding any. Nikola Jokic right there. So, can you guess who our player of the day is? So, the player of the night tonight is... Oh no, I don't think I set it up. Sorry for that. I need to update this. I need to update this. This was from yesterday. This was Josh Giddey, who had an amazing game yesterday. So the player of the day is, can you guess? It's Luka. Right there. That's Luka, your player of the day. For us, he had an amazing game. And currently in the NBA is averaging 40 points per game, 11 rebounds per game, and 9.2 assists per game. So they managed to beat, of course, San Antonio Spurs with that thriller that we watched shortly and earlier, just a while back. And of course, um, he managed to score 35 points in the game, 9 rebounds, just one rebound shy of a triple double, 13 assists, 2 blocks, 5 steals, and 91 fantasy points. That's Luka Doncic, our player of the night, right there. So I'm going to call it quits until next time. There are no games for me, but those of you that have some of the players that are playing in LA Clippers or Phoenix Suns, you can field your players. Until next time, guys. Peace.